Hey, thanks for coming back to KG's Garage. On this video, I'm actually working on the motorhome, and I'm replacing the old Nichrome wire that goes under the dash and causes a lot of dash fires with a diode and resistor. So there's a couple of wires. I think you have to hook up like 3 wires. I called up Jim Bounds Co-op Motorworks in Orlando and asked them for they have like a kit, and here it is right here. So you just have to, there's 3 connections you have to make. Here's, let's see if you can get it, for the alternator light circuit. Anyway, there's instructions. I can put a link to these instructions somewhere in the description. I gotta look and see what's under my dash here. You take the wire from the small wire from the alternator, interrupt it, put this in the way of it. One end goes to ignition, one end goes to the dash light, and that's it. The Nichrome wire was there to provide resistance and excite the alternator so it would start charging. I put a new alternator in here, and it's not. Hey, surprise! It's not charging. My Nichrome wire burnt up. Smelled burning wires, and there was smoke underneath the dash. Luckily, nothing caught fire. It did do some damage to some other wires, and I taped them up and cleaned them. So I got that Nichrome wire is totally taken out of the front of my coach now. And I'm gonna put this on so I can so the battery will start charging. So I'm gonna show what I do to install this thing. Your first step is go into your glove box. Yep. I gotta take this off. I think I have to take this whole deal out. I'm gonna have to. You know what? It's probably kind of hard to get this out with. Well, here we go. Let me put this. Can you still see? Yeah, let's see. I don't know if it's loose on everybody's coach, but on this one, this thing's just sitting in here. You know what? It's a little difficult to get it without having this car off. Nowhere to grab. This is supposed to be the access panel. This will be all the way down, and you'll be able to access your fuses by just taking that one screw out. So it's a lot easier to get out. Take that window out there. All right, so this is going to be fun, unless I take the whole. I'm not sure if I feel like taking the whole thing out. I'm going to try to do this with just taking that piece out. I don't want to take this whole dash out. I mean, it's a couple of screws here and over here. And I think the whole thing comes out. You can see where I wrapped electric tape around some of the wires. So you want to find the brown wire. And I rewire loomed it. Anyway, so let me dig into this. I might be taking this off and make it a little bit easier. And let me come back when I get some progress on here. Well, all right. Well, I had to take this out. Gives me more room. I need to get to the back of this thing, I think. So I have to go on the outside and unscrew. There's a bolt, and then this whole thing is 2 clips here, and the whole thing will come out. I had to remove this too, and I broke this. Oh, that can't be that important, right? Just some plugs. Oh, look, Bakelite. It was really a poor place to put this thing. The air's right here. Well, maybe what I'll do is I will recreate this in some kind of metal. You know, cut these holes for the electric and this thing, USB, instead of wood, and that might work. Or I glue this. Maybe I'll take it apart and glue the wood back together. I don't know. Anyway, back to this. So I'm going to unscrew everything on the other side, pop this out so I can get to the wires. I need to find the brown wire that's coming out. I think it's that guy right there. I think it's this one right here. Anyway, let me dig into this more and I'll come back. Alright, well, I did the wiring. I went to go start the RV up and it won't start. I don't know what the problem is. It's getting fuel. I replaced the ignition module right now and I think it might be the coil. There's no spark. So that's another day. But alright, so here's the wiring. This brown wire, this is the brown wire that had the Nichrome wire attached to it, brown and white wire. I ripped it all off. That wire is totally gone now. So this end going here goes behind here through the fuse panel and it goes to the alternator. So that's what I connected here. And then the other end, so I cut that brown wire that goes to the gauge, right? So it goes from the gauge, alternator light or gauge, whatever you have, all the way to the alternator. So what I do is I just cut it, spliced it right here with the diode, and then on the other side comes out, goes to the alternator. This end here from the resistor is accessory 12 volt. So I added this red wire and I cut this green wire. This is for the cruise control or accessory, right? So the cruise control will come on accessory. So you see there's the original wire, cut it, crimp the connector on there, jam both of these in there, the red and the green, jammed it in there, crimped it, and this is a shrink wrap connector, and I shrunk wrap it. So there you go. The next thing, I want to make sure this works first, so I need to get this RV started, but after that I'm going to I'll probably tape this up, because this seems like if it moves around, I don't know. And then I'm going to put a wire loom around it. Just a big piece of black wire loom. Just around this. And then probably some more around over here. And keep it separate from everything else. Well, that's that. I'll probably update this video once I get this thing running and see if this actually works. Because I want to see the battery charging. Okay, well, as you can see, I got it running. I had to do a whole new distributor, but that's a different video. And now the voltage is at whatever, I don't know, 13, a little over 13. So we're good, the battery's charging now. Which means that this thing here is working. So now what I'm going to do is this, I'm going to wrap that up. Put all this back together. And then call that job done. So the replacing that Nichrome wire with that resistor and diode seems to work, and I'll be able to get this thing on the road. Now I have to do an alignment on here, and we'll be good. Okay, so as I've shown you that the alternator is charging now, and we have these wires here. I'm gonna this thing is always in the way. I might get some tape or something, just tape it up. So I'm going to wrap this, probably wrap some tape around it so it can't move that much. And then I'm going to put a piece of wire loom around it so it's protected a little bit more. Oh, here we go. It's all buttoned back up. I got the AC vent there, get this put back. I misplaced this piece. I don't know where it went. I'll find it. It's in here somewhere. And like I said, this thing, I gotta figure out, get the right thing for that. And it doesn't sit on there right. But anyway, that's gonna do it for this video, and doing the exciter wire, removing that Nichrome wire and replacing it with the diode and resistor. It was a lot easier than I thought. I was kind of worried, you know, which wires to use and stuff like that. But seems to be working fine. Like I said, the next thing I need to do is get alignment on this thing and drive it. If you like this video, please go ahead and hit like. If you want to see more of this RV, hit the subscribe button. I will be doing an alignment video on it. I don't know, shortly. Now that it's running and battery's charging, and that was one big thing off the list. So anyway, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and I'll catch you in the next video. See ya.